Hello students, I am Avinash Vikram from Faculty of Business Administration and Commerce will brief you about the environmental studies. So, environmental studies is basically a multidisciplinary approach which deals with the every issues which affects an organism. It is related to the natural world and human impacts on its integrity. It is also an applied science that seeks and practical answers to making human civilizations. The component of environmental studies includes biology, geology, chemistry, physics, engineering, likewise economics, statistics, computers and philosophies. So there are so many aspects which are covered in environmental studies. That's why it is very important to understand the environment as being a commerce student. Now we will understand what is environment. So the word environment is originated from the French environ means around or to surround. So which is in and around to our self, that is called environment. So it includes the things and objects or events that surrounds us. When we consider environment as a system component, it is a system made up of various components which we can see around us. Now we'll talk about the definition of environment. So the term environment is used to describe the aggregate of all the external forces, influences and conditions which affects the life, nature, behavior and the growth, development and maturity of living organism. This is given by Douglas and Holland. So basically this definition says that the environment is the combination of all external forces which influence, which affects the nature, life, behavior, growth and maturity of living organism. Now we need to understand what are the elements of this environment. So basically it is divided into three main elements, that is the first physical element, the second is biological elements and the third is cultural elements. So when we talk about the physical elements, so physical elements means the elements which are like the space, landforms, water bodies, climate, soils, so which we are so around and nearby to us, that is called the physical components. The main determinant of the variable character is human habitat, that's the opportunities as well as the limitations. The next is the biological elements. The biological elements are like plants, animals, microorganisms, human beings that constitute the biosphere. And the last and the important is the cultural elements. That means the economic, social, political elements are essentially man-made features which makes a cultural combination. Now we need to understand what is the scope of this environment, why we are going to study. So basically the scope lies in the four important points, that is the atmosphere, hydrosphere, lithosphere and biosphere. So basically the atmosphere, that implies the protective blanket of the gases surrounding the earth. So the gases which is surrounded by the earth is atmosphere. And the next is the hydrosphere, that comprises all types of water resources like ocean, seas. So it is also an important to understand what is the scope of environment. The third important category is the lithosphere. So the lithosphere is basically an outer mantle of a solid earth that consists of minerals occurring in earth's crust. And the last and most important is the biosphere, that indicates the realm of living organisms and their interactions with the environment. So this is basically where the environment lies in an atmosphere, hydrosphere, lithosphere and biosphere. So that is the combination of environment. So thank you students.